Hi, everybody. I am so excited. I've wanted to be here forever. This is a cool spot. Never imagined that I would drive all the way here, but thanks to Sevenly and Virgin Mobile, I am at the Sasha Bruce Youthworks Virgin Mobile Regeneration House. And this is Debbie, and she is the founder.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
And I've been sitting talking with Debbie and a group of kids for the last hour or so. And you actually started this years and years and years ago.
That's true.
So first, tell me about the Sasha Bruce Youthworks.
Well, we started in the early 70s, and I started because during the time that I moved to DC, what I noticed was a huge number of young people who were in the streets, coming from all over. It was a time when there was a lot of difficulty between members of families because of the politics of the time. And I felt like I had a role there, that I was very drawn to playing a role in helping young people to figure out what they really thought and cared about, and also helping them to be safe and not be in a situation where they would put themselves at risk.
So you offer a lot of different services, both outreach, runaway youth, and in prevention.
Yes, we do. We started having a shelter and doing the work to help young people that were in a crisis, and we realized we really needed to go upstream. We needed to do something to help prevent all of this crisis from happening if we possibly could.
So we're at the Regeneration House, and this is kind of magic to me because, as many of you know, or if you don't know, I come from a marketing background, and I really believe we can change the world tomorrow by what we buy today. And what just amazes me, and I've written about this, is this isn't marketing for Virgin Mobile. This isn't even corporate social responsibility. It's in their DNA. So how did this house, and I've seen pictures, I'll try to cut one into this video. I normally don't add them, but you got to see this house, or I post one below. How did this house have such an amazing transformation?
Well, the story of this house is like magic. It began with that there were, during the downturn, there were so many houses in the city that were blighted, that were dangerous, and this was one of them. And the people who owned the house at the time were looking for somebody who would take it on as a project. And we took a look at this house, and I think you should show people the picture, and we said, we can see the possibilities here. And immediately called Virgin, because they have had in their DNA, they have had as such a strong commitment to really make a difference in terms of homeless youth. And they said, great, we're in.
Yeah.
And that meant that we could bring other people in. And we did. And as a result of that, this transformation has occurred.
So basically, this is the house that Freefest built.
That's a great way to put it.
Right. So Freefest is this concert coming up. I think it's this Saturday, or it's coming up in a few days.
September 21st.
We're all going there. Andrea, one of the homeless youth that lives here, is being our camera person, and she's shaking her head and laughing.
Yeah.
You'll see her story on Invisible People. So, who's living here?
We have 8 wonderful young people. And these are young people who all have had various difficulties in their lives, which have led to them at some point becoming homeless and really being without supports of any kind. So what's fantastic and what you need to know is that these are young people who are not only taking the advantage of being in a safe place to keep themselves, mentally in good shape. They are in school, they are working, they are advancing to the point where they're going to be able to be self-sufficient.
The one I just interviewed wants to be a biomedical engineer.
There you go.
That was,
there you go.
that
And
was
why
one
not?
of his wishes.
And why not?
Well, he loved math, and he wanted to cure AIDS, and that's really awesome. That's
Yeah.
really, really awesome.
Yeah.
What I think is interesting is luckily, and I always say this luckily, because I would rather interview kids and youth and young people that never hit the streets. I'd rather that they come into a Sasha Bruce Virgin Mobile home
Yes.
when family
Right.
problems or
Right.
whatever problems,
Right.
that street homelessness was no longer an option, that there was so many of these. Could you imagine one of these in every city? A couple in every city, because the need is there.
And you know that because you've been traveling through this country.
Right.
But the most important thing, I think, is that you're going to help to make that plain to people, because even locally and in many places, people do not realize that that young people really are homeless.
Right.
In part because they have a kind of strength that says, I don't want to present myself as a homeless person. I'm a person first.
Right.
So you could look at someone at the bus stop or in school or anywhere, and you wouldn't know that they're homeless simply
Right.
because they look like every other young person. So we really need the voice of Virgin Mobile and Invisible People to make sure people understand that we do need a lot of houses like the Regeneration House.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, it really, really, and you can make that happen, because right now you have an opportunity to not only help homeless youth, but look good. So go to sevenly.org and buy anything on the website, and there's some cool shirts and other items, and $7 comes to help this house. And Virgin Mobile has added on to that a wonderful gift of $50,000, and then you have whatever ShareFest is going to, but there's much more need than all of that, and we have to keep it going. So I will also, when the 7ly week is done, because they're going to do that for 7 days, I'll also put a link to your website.
Wonderful.
And
Love
we
that.
have to keep supporting in your local neighborhood. And if you don't have one in your local neighborhood, let's build one. Let's get a Sasha Bruce Virgin Mobile House everywhere, and let's keep this one. Oh my gosh, I got to tell you, I pulled around the corner. I kind of just got distracted because the police were going down the street. There's police. You know what I mean? I just drove.
Welcome to Washington.
Right, I just drove across the country and I didn't see that many police officers, and I just saw them here. So in this neighborhood, I didn't know what to expect, and I pulled around the corner, and this is like a magical house. You got the garden there, and you got the garden there, and I mean, it's just beautiful inside. I mean, this is a home.
Yes, it really is. It's a home, and thank you so much for helping us to let people know how important it is to continue this commitment.
So thank you, 7ly. Thank you, Virgin Mobile. Gosh, I'm a Virgin Mobile fanboy. And thank you, every one of you that is going to 7ly.org and buying a shirt or 10. Christmas is right around the corner. Buy one for everybody. And please, I know everybody's, it's a little tight right now. You might not have money. Share it. Share it on your social networks. Every bit counts. And thank you all for, I'm going to get emotional, for joining me on this road trip. And thank you for having me today.